They are a funhouse mirror reflection of us. They are a reflection of our hopes and our fears.
All right, you primitive.
Well, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. Yay! And here in Shelton, it's supposed to be a scorcher up into the mid-90s. Oi! So I've already closed the fan. I've already closed the window in my bedroom to keep the cool air that's come in. I'm going to be shutting this window well before noon because it's going to be in the mid-70s projected by that time. So joy, it's going to be a scorcher, and I don't do well in heat, so hopefully it's going to be okay. Yay. And of course, front loading on videos, thumbs up for that. If you like what you hear and see, if you could toss me a like, that'd be very cool. And if you like what you hear and see as well, if you could subscribe to the channel, if you haven't, definitely that would be cool as well. And if you could leave me a comment, that would be double plus good. Definitely a good thing. And of course, I like to say the phrase, and of course, I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These literally beautiful and literally awesome people really are literally beautiful and literally awesome. They help keep me and my pets alive. I appreciate that. I know my pets appreciate that as well. If without these people's help, we would all be hosed like Christmas monkeys, and that's a bad way to be hosed. If you'd like to help out and become a patron, there are links in the video description. If you'd like to help me out without becoming a patron, there are links to a PayPal. If you'd like to help me out without sending cash, there is an Amazon wishlist link with things like cat food on it. And of course, in the video description as well, there's my post office box number, address. So if you'd like to send me something, anything from postcards to whatever, that would be cool. Hey, front loading of videos over. Thank you for hanging on. So, brand new day. Oy vey. I'm going to take a look at my list because I didn't do a whole lot yesterday. I did some falling asleep for a short time after I had eaten before noon. And then I did some recording. And then I largely watched the videos and didn't do much else. Until it was time to go for walkies. And then went walkies and then didn't do much else when I got back. Not a very productive day yesterday. I can't really say I didn't write a thing on my list because I didn't do anything past what I'm going to talk about right now. And that was while I was recording the game Oblivion. Again, I have to laugh at myself and the way I make characters. I always have to have a female character. I am cisgendered. I am male. I am comfortable feeling male. I'm happy with the gender that I was assigned. I feel as male as someone can feel. That said, when it comes to video games, I don't feel right playing as a male character. There's something that's just wrong. When I play video games, I am a female character. And that feels right and proper. And not only that, I'm not just a female character, I am a darker skinned character of, African or Asian descent or Latin descent. And it's like, hokey smokes. I don't feel right unless I am playing a darker skinned female character. That feels like it represents me. And I don't understand that. Again, I am cisgendered, but I can live with it. It's fine. It's not a bad thing. But my character that I've made up is an orc, and I didn't do a whole lot in fact, nothing at all with the character creator, and it made her just absolutely scrawny. And I think that's funny because if you go with the whole thick thighs save lives, then, oh boy. I'm hopefully going to be showing a brief bit of video that I took of my character in Oblivion with and without armor. Because hokey smokes. She's got like that 6-inch thigh gap, and again, thick thighs save lives. She has left a trail of the dead behind her. Thumbs up. Anyway, though, past that, yes, I've just been trying my best to survive and do what I can to get what I need done. I never have been able to, and I'm still trying. The only time I've ever been able to be successful at that on even a partial level was when I was married and my wife could help me do the things that I needed to do and picked up and did what I couldn't do. Before I was married, I was never able to do that. Once she perished, I haven't been able to do that. So, yeah, my life was a slow motion car wreck. Yay. But I'm still trying to do what I can do. That's all you can do. But I have also been trying to think of all sorts of things on my settings for my creative stuff, or hopefully, if I get myself on enough Wellbutrin, I'll be able to push through the executive dysfunction and actually be able to type out the stories or read out the stories that I want to tell so that other people can actually read or listen instead of just having me talk about the settings and the various characters. Thank you very much for absolutely everyone who watches and listens. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. I have weird creative ideas. I'm a weirder, older man, and it is appreciated that anybody at all watches. Oh, also, I'm going to be I'm going to be throwing the shirt away. I don't have money for clothing, but this one is great big old holes everywhere. So, it's gotten far too shabby. But still, on the various things that I have been thinking of with the cryptid setting as a part of the whole inside-outside Razor's Edge, in where I center this all in Brookerton, South Carolina. Fictional Brookerton, fictional South Carolina, fictional Earth and all that, but still, it is South Carolina, just with the hopefully fictional name of Brookerton. There are so many names, so many places, it doesn't matter what combination of syllables you choose, some place, somewhere is going to have that name. So all you can do is try. But with the light cryptids and the dark cryptids and the shadow cryptids, those that are neutral, I have been thinking a lot about what's been happening, because there's stuff happening that is affecting them far into the future. Nobody is really sure what's going to be happening with them. And I have really thought about how they are, what they are, and how they are shackled right now. Because my view of what the cryptids are is that they are a funhouse mirror reflection of us. They are a reflection of our hopes and our fears, our dreams, our nightmares, our best and our worst. They are everything that we are reflected as them. Everything that they are, every evolutionary push does not come as a result of natural forces acting upon them, but the actual forces of reality itself changing them as our fears and such change. The fears that they reacted to when we were Australopithecines are far different, and they were far different then from what they are now. When they were around in the times of the Cro-Magnon persons, they were reflecting the fears and such of them. Now in our modern times, older fears are being phased out, and those cryptids are, they're gone extinct. And there are new cryptids being created with our new fears. Wandering Stranger Serial Killer is a relatively new cryptid and type. They reflect, and they are reflections of our fears and panics. But the problem and the horror of it for them is this is an outside force that's pushing them toward this. And as an outside force, it's like chemistry. If you take two H2O, if you take two hydrogen atoms and stick them onto one oxygen atom, it becomes water. That's just a natural thing of what happens in our universe. In their universe, it would appear that if this sort of energy and these sort of people exist in a human-centric system, which we live in a human-centric star system with a human-centric star because of this vast human-centric door pouring out human-centric energies. Our system is massively human-centric, and it would appear that putting that on top of cryptid energy reroutes these people's potential into forcing them into a reflection of who we are. Now, without these shackles, without these chains, forcing these cryptids, these people, these beings to reflect our movement because of the sharp chains that yank them around, if they weren't forced to dance like pet monkeys in front of mirrors, if they weren't forced to mock themselves in their own degradation, what could they be? They would be they have within them the potential to be everything that we are, plus 10% more because of that extra cryptid stuff they have. They could become incredible people. What art could they make? What philosophies could they think of? What technologies could they make if they weren't shackled to us? But they are. And all of their potential, that potential that could conceivably, with their thoughts and actions and abilities, could become a galaxy-wide civilization of pure utopian peace. And every iota of that potential and possibility is being funneled back and forcing them to be funhouse mirror reflections of us. All of that potential. And for the hundreds of thousands of years that they have lived alongside us, they have lived little more than animals. Only now, with our quickly, we've run into pretty much a wall straight up of technological advancement, which is going so quick. We are changing quickly because of that, and so they are changing quickly because of that. They don't know where they are going. They don't know what they are becoming. They don't know why they are becoming what they are becoming. This is why there is Polly, and of course Clausy, her mother, who is with Alan, her father, and then her parents, and then the generation before that. Clausy, Polly's mother, has talked with her parents. Her parents actually, when they were younger, killed and eaten one human being. Her grandparents, no. Generally, if you were a cryptid that had to devour human beings, you did. But you didn't do past that. It's not a taboo. It's just sort of a genetic push against that. You act within your nature. But Clausy's generation, well, she ate about 10 people before she met Alan, and in the past 20 years, she's eaten 14, and she's planning on eating more as the years go by. That's far different from her parents' generation when they only ate one person when they were younger. And then there's Polly, who, acting within her nature, she's already eaten more than 14 people alone just this year. And that is the biggest change, that not having them concerned, they don't have the capacity to be concerned about that. Everything that would allow them to be concerned about their futures is being funneled back into forcing them into being funhouse mirror reflections. But Polly is aware that she's different. She knows, and she, like all other cryptids, has been told, act within your nature, act within your nature. When you do so, it is pleasant. When you don't, it's unpleasant. She kills people so her boyfriend can eat them. She's eaten that many people, and she's not feeling bad. And that's the thing. Generations are changing. There is more social awareness between the light, dark, and shadowed cryptids. But the dark cryptids aren't eating any more people than they have in the past. The shadowed cryptids aren't eating any more people than they ever had in the past. It is the light cryptids of Polly's generation that have just discovered that, people taste delicious, and they don't feel bad when they do it. So traditionally, through time, it has been the cryptids that have been a problem for humanity. And right now, the cryptids are going through a growing and changing period where the light cryptids are discovering they like eating people way more than the dark cryptids do. Where that's going to lead, I don't know. There's still a lot more I want to talk about, because after all, the more your cryptid sense increases, the more your vision becomes clear, the stronger it becomes. There are massive things in the world. There are cryptid things. There are cryptid plants, cryptid animals. There are cryptid materials, ores. There are things in our natural world that actually can affect various types of cryptids. After all, garlic traditionally affects vampires. There are vampire-type cryptids where, garlic will wipe them out. There are werewolves that are susceptible to actual disnormal silver. There are a lot of things in our world that, through natural reasons, can hurt cryptids, but we don't know it, because aside from those small bleed through and the times that they do let us know they're out there, we don't know they're out there. So thumbs up for that. Hey, there's a motorcycle outside. A lot more, but no time. Especially, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. Going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended, and even though I count American Sign Language, well. Excuse me. Let me open my Chrome, and we have Adrian, thumbs up. Thank you very, very much. Good to see you in the comments. The Horror Files, greatly appreciated. Definitely, I do my best, and thank you. I'm going to come up with a name for my Orsimer soon, one day. Ara. Oh, my Scottish accent. I can't do it as well anymore because I don't practice all the time. But yeah, I can still do a whole bunch of accents. Primarily, the Scottish one is one that just I can fall into without even really thinking about it. But there we go. And then let's see, we have Jesse Koskinen. Always good to see you in the comments, my friend. And I always change the picture on my whiteboard anymore. So, it changes every single day. Just like I change everything on the shelves every single day, and I swap out all of the various things every single day. It's just something to keep me moving. We have JAYY, thumbs up, and thank you. Good to see you in the comments. We have, it looks like Sasha Boy, SAACHAOBOI, thumbs up, and thank you very, very much. It is greatly appreciated. Then we have Ben B, thumbs up, and thank you. And yeah, it feels weird to be alone if you're used to being around people. I go with that. There is Maki. I have no idea what you're talking about, and neither does Sweaty. And then that is it. We have 9 people who have left comments. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thumbs up. It is appreciated. Hokey smokes. I say, I am alone but not lonely. I am separate but not isolated. I still like to be around people. I need to be around people. I need to be around human artifacts. I like being around human artifacts. It's just, I don't need to be around and interacting with actual people all that much. But I do need some, and thank you all. And of course, none of you were forced to watch this far. None of you have been forced to watch at all. Those of you that have, greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. I'm going to try and get some stuff done today. Hokey smokes. Hopefully you can get done the things that you need to get done. And please, with all the diseases and pandemics occurring right now, and people still dying daily from the current pandemic, just be smart and take appropriate precautions for your area. Try and get vaccinated. Try and get a booster. Just please be smart. You don't want to get sick. You don't want to make other people sick. You don't want to live with the lifelong complications. You don't want other people to live with the complications. You don't want to throw your body onto the corpse pile. You don't want to throw a stranger's body onto the corpse pile. Please, be smart, be safe. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a very good thing.